been a couple hours since I left the stupid, noisy campground, and I'm ready to stop for breakfast. Norwalk Reservoir. I saw this park. See if we can find a spot. We're cooking something that smells yummy. Okay, so I just had my breakfast in a city park in Norwalk, and so I'm avoiding the toll roads. What are they called? Turnpike. The Ohio Turnpike. It was quite a bit, 20 minutes quicker or something like that, but I don't like the turnpike. I would rather go through the cute little towns, and you know, even if it's taken me a lot longer. I've already been on the road an hour and a half, and again, I still have over 2 hours to go, and it was supposed to be only like 2.5 hours. Anyway, I'm going to look for, I did a quick search for an Amish store. I'm going to go the direction that I'm heading next. There are a couple Amish grocery stores, so I figured it'd be a good place to pick up some of my grains and beans and things like that. They don't use, as far as I know, they don't use things that are harmful, things that I avoid. So I thought it would be a good idea to go to a Amish store, so that's what we're gonna do. Sadie's going nuts because there's like a woodchuck or something over there. I couldn't see, it was far away. A lot of frisbee golf. Frisbee golf is very popular here. Every park I go to. You know how like you go to a park and you always see frisbee golf things, but not very often people playing? I see people playing. Oh, there's a Roddy coming. Oh, an old Roddy. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Aw. But Sadie's been sitting here the whole time, just dying to chase things. Alright, we're gonna hit the road.
Your destination is on the right.
Oh, look at the quilts. I would love to buy a quilt, but it would get so dirty. Couch throw, $125. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. $325. Wow. I need a new pot holder. I'm gonna go ahead and get one. Microwave popcorn on the cob. What? I'm plugging in. I'm gonna try it. I'm skeptical. So I'm a little disappointed that it's not Amish stuff. You kind of have to search for the Amish stuff, but, and I'm assuming that, yeah, I'm assuming it's Amish. So as I was checking out, I was looking at how clean her her outfit was and everything, and I thought, you know, is this a uniform? And I looked down and they're both wearing Skechers. Like I said in a recent video, even the Amish have to participate in our capitalist environment. So I got black walnuts for $13.50. Got some pecan pieces because I'm going to make some pumpkin bread later. Look at that. Brown rice. Everything that's saying Berkey's on it, I'm assuming they grow themselves. I should have asked. Look at this. 3 pounds of oatmeal for $3. It's more than I pay for Rob's Red Mill Organic. I'm assuming this is all organic, but I could be wrong. Got some Great Northern beans. I got some almond butter because it's got their name on it, so hopefully they grow it themselves. I got some fiber balls made out of that. It's got honey in it. Coconut, oatmeal, flax, peanut butter, honey, vanilla, chia seeds, and raisins. Contains coconut and peanuts, but only $2.95. I got all of this for 50 bucks. So, and a little bit of produce. Beautiful red pepper and some onions. And my new, although I don't know if this is going to be, the one I have burns my hand. We'll see if this one does. But anyway, all right, we're going to get back on the road. That was a fun stop. It was. It was a fun stop. Well, what? Well, are you wagging your little nubby tail? Are you wagging your little nubby tail? I love you. Oh, my goodness. There's an Amish wagon right there. I was wondering if one of these cars were theirs. But I bet that's their wagon. Hi, horsey. And there's corn in it. Hey, 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 it's okay. You know, I admire the Amish for living the way they do, you know, and staying true to their values or whatever. I don't know, anybody who can stay as true to their lifestyle and their beliefs in this day and age as they can is pretty impressive, I think. Well, I didn't shoot much in this campground. It was really just a spot for me to stay for a couple of days, get some work done. It was a Saturday night after that tough night, the Friday night in the other Ohio campground. This is another Ohio campground. Everything was booked and there's no boondocking, so I didn't have a lot of choices. So this spot wasn't nearly as bad as the other one, just noise during the day. And it was on such a slant. It was on a terrible, I almost gave up when I pulled in. My patience was fried at that point. And it was on such, it was off level in every way. This way and this way or something like that. And it took me a long time. And I feel like this wear and tear on my rig going up and down on the transmission and everything. Very, very frustrating. So what I ended up having to do is back onto my blocks, which I don't like doing. I had to back onto my blocks. And so what happened when I left, I forgot that I had backed onto my blocks. So usually to get off your blocks, you back up. Well, because I backed on, I had to pull forward, totally forgot. I ended up falling off, driving off the back block, 8 inches, huge bang, huge bang. So that worried me. I was like, I cracked my frame, I popped a tire, scared the hell out of Sadie because the noise, and I screamed. I was not happy. I was just up to here. I was done. I wouldn't have shown you this camp at all, except that I had to show you the popcorn. Noisy campground. Can you hear? Dogs, screaming kids, dogs tied up that don't want to be tied up, guns, four-wheelers, you name it. I'm going to try to make the popcorn. Let's see how it goes. Three times. 100% for 2 minutes, no longer. There it goes. Wow. I'm like afraid it's gonna explode. I'm afraid it's gonna explode my microwave, which is silly. Oh, it smells good. What you barking at? What is it? Is it people? Is it a bear? I know, there's a lot going on, huh? I just took her down to the boat ramp where there weren't any people. Let her run for a minute. She just goes nuts, man. All right. Let's see. Oh, it smells burnt. Look. Actually pretty good. I never buy microwave popcorn because it's full of junk. So, and I do eat popcorn, but I just make it on the stove with just oil and whatever. Usually Orville Redenbachers, because that's all I can find in every store. But it actually tastes pretty good. Fun. All right, I'm gonna find something to watch. Try to block out the world. Good night. I also wanted to tell you about driving off the blocks. So here's what you need to do. If you ever do anything out of routine, put a post-it note on your steering wheel. I should have put a post, especially as stressed out as I was. There was no way I was going to remember. When I pulled in and I drove on the blocks the opposite way I normally do, I should have put a post-it on my steering wheel to remind myself to pull forward and not back up. So there's a tip for you. If you ever do anything out of the ordinary in your travels, find a way to remind yourself. Set an alarm, put a post-it note wherever you need to post-it note, put 10 of them if you need to. That could have caused a lot of damage to my RV. Now, that was, yeah, that was just more shit on the cake. So I ended up here, East Branch, I think it's East Branch Recreation Area in the I don't even think I'm in the Allegheny National Forest. Somewhere in Pennsylvania, and it's a Corps of Engineers site. I found it on Campendium. I'm actually finding Campendium is the most, it's got the most camping options, paid, paid, and it's, wait a minute, I need to have my coffee. Hold on. All right, let's try that again. So, finding Campendium is really useful for plotting paid campsites. I always use freecampsites.net because I don't usually pay for campsites. And iOverlander, I used a little bit, but it didn't have a lot. Campendium had a ton, and I found this on Campendium. Corps of Engineers, which 7 years ago, when I first started, I had to walk to the campsite in the snow with no shoes. But Corps of Engineers sites were cheap. I don't remember them having hookups either, but $30 a night for hookups. for only electricity. There's a dump station. There are big signs on the website that the water is not potable, so you can't drink the water here, which sucks. There's a huge reservoir down below, and there's a creek and everything, a river, and the water's not potable, and I don't know why, but it just seems like a scary, ominous, what's the word I'm looking for? Hint. That's not the word I'm looking for. What's the in story? No. Foreshadowing. Like foreshadowing of what's to come. I mean, here I am out, of course, not too far from Erie, Pennsylvania, so who knows what could be in it. You know, a lot of oil and stuff in Erie, a lot of pollution. Lake Erie used to be so polluted you couldn't even swim in it. So, anyway, Army Corps of Engineers, and they have cabins for $50 a night. Why? Just to get a bed inside, I guess, for people who... And we'll see. Oh, yeah. No, we can't. Oh, we can't go in. We can't go in. We can try. Probably going to set off an alarm somewhere. Somebody trying to break into a cabin. But, yeah, I guess for people who are like, don't have camping equipment or don't want to sleep on the ground or are afraid of bugs and critters and bears. But the best thing about this campsite, it's been worth every penny because I have the whole entire thing all to myself. The site I'm in is actually reserved this weekend, and I originally booked it for 2, and then I booked it another night so that I can stay here today. And I needed this, man, after being in campgrounds for so long. I don't know if I told you, but I was cranky in Ohio, man. I was like walking Sadie and my head down. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to smile at anybody. I couldn't even muster a good morning. It was just too much. 2-3 weeks or whatever it took me to get across country, which was me being out in the public every day, you know, pretty much talking to people every day. It's a lot for me. That is a lot for me. And I was done. So I'm so enjoying this. This is awesome. Lots of good walking, you know, in between work breaks and rain breaks in the rain. Sadie and I have been getting out. Walked across the dam yesterday. Can you see it? Look at that. So my grandparents on my father's side live in, my whole father's side of the family is from Pennsylvania, still lives in Pennsylvania. As far as I can tell, we kind of stopped talking to them when he left. Anyway, that's a long story. But they had a farmhouse, an old farmhouse. They weren't farmers. My grandfather was a carpenter, I think. And they had a big farmhouse, though, out on a dirt road. And in the back, there were a lot of woods with these big mossy rocks. And I'm... Stay! Can you stay? Stay right there. Good girl. Thank you so much. We got good pictures. Thank you. Sounds like they're doing some work down there this morning. I hear heavy machinery. The office is not too far down. So, keeping an eye on Sadie. You know, I don't want to flaunt this. She's not on a leash. I'm going to go for a walk. There's a road up here, road up there. I explored the first day I got here, but it was raining, so we didn't go too far. Let's go explore it. So, I am a little bit worried about ticks, although it's been cold enough. Still haven't seen any, which is a miracle, considering there were signs all over the park in Ohio warning of ticks, but we really did stay on trails and roads. I know that there are, I saw a story about tick diseases or something that are really bad. Something else, something new. Oh, it's starting to rain. Anyway, here's the road. There's my dog, my busy dog. Looks like a quarry. Actually, I knew it was a quarry. I looked at Google Earth, Google Satellite. All right, come on, it's starting to rain. All right, we know what it is. For real now. Oh, here comes the rain. You want to get out of the rain? Are you cold? You want to get out? Come on. All right. Wow. You want to eat? You got lunch? Or breakfast? Want to get breakfast? So I've been here, well, I got here yesterday, and I realized this is really shaky. I got here yesterday, pretty early. I think it was like a 3.5, 4 3 hour drive, and I didn't stop a whole lot, so I got here fairly early. And it's beautiful. And it's cold. I mean, the week, 2 weeks, I guess, of heat that I had cross country, and now look at me, I'm freezing. It's like 50 degrees, I think, 55. Anyway. She's been so happy. Neither one of us are happy when she has to be on a leash. It's very, very frustrating. Huh? And she just doesn't get the exercise she needs. East Branch Clarion Dam, 1948. Well, what do you think? Come on. It was too windy to record on the dam, but I got a lot of work done today, and so wanted to come out. And it's not raining right now. It's been raining on and off since I got here, and so I wanted to take a break. Went for a little walk this morning, but wanted to walk over the dam. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful river down here. I want to see them mow this. That's a hell of an angle for a mower. But you can see the lines. They do mow it. That's a heck of an angle. 45 degrees. Looks pretty close to 45 degrees. There's a storm brewing. really dark right there. It's a nice hike in this part of the country. I can go up a steep hill without being too out of breath. I mean, barely, really. After being above 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 feet all summer, you get out of breath very easy. Especially if you've had COVID. Thinking a lot about endings. You know, I'm going to see my mother, whose health has never really been that great because she's never really taken care of herself and has always worked too hard. And starting to realize that there are things we're never going to do together again. You know, we're never going to go for a real walk. We're never going to meet up in a cool little historical town and have dinner together. You know, I mean, we are doing some things. We're going up to Vermont together. I rented a hotel and we're going to go do a little, but you know, I mean, the fact is she doesn't get around very well, and she did just have knees redone, so maybe she'll be better. But anyway, the point is, as our parents get older, we realize it's an ending, you know. One of my good friends just lost both of her parents in the last 4 or 5 years, and her mother just recently, and you know, it's the end of an era. It's the end of a whole chapter, a whole giant piece of your life. I'm just thinking about that. Just thinking about saying goodbye to things and people and things you did with people. It's a lot. You know, and more importantly, you come to a pace of understanding and empathy. And with that understanding and empathy comes a lot of sorrow for a life that could have been something else, something so much more. We're all products of our environment. And I'm just sad for what my mother didn't get to have and experience and be. It took a lot of hard work for me to get here, and to be grateful for the work that I did, so that I can be happier. Yeah. The clouds are moving fast. Happiness is an empty campground. Happiness is an empty campground, even if it is $30 a night. It's kind of nice. I have electricity, so I don't have to worry about trying to get my batteries charged, which is always a challenge in this part of the country with the clouds and the rain and the trees. And I have enough internet that I was able to put up a video today even without having to put out Starlink, and there's nobody else here. I have the entire campground all to myself, which is really nice. Corps of Engineers. So, you know, I'm not even seeing any signs. I haven't seen any signs about dogs on leash. So, we're both free and very happy. Well, it's been great chilly weather, so I made a huge pot of chili. I actually froze some of it this time. Heating it up for dinner tonight. Looks delicious. What do you think? More chili? You had a marrowbone yesterday. Huh. It was delicious, wasn't it? Bison. Bison marrowbone was delicious? Are you delicious? No. See, girl. Hi. You having fun? So what do you think of this little piece of heaven? Corps of Engineers campsites never disappoint. They're always a pleasure, even if it was a little more expensive than I used to this time. So do me a favor, please double check your subscriptions. YouTube unsubscribes people all the time, so even if you think you're subscribed, double check right now. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do it now. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah.